Hello everyone, I'm here today because I wanted to talk a little bit about reading in a community. It's gonna be a little bit of a chatty, rambly video because I don't have any real script or anything about this, but I have just been thinking lately about what it is to read in a community, and of course we all here in Booktube kind of read in a community in the sense that we recommend each other books, we talked about them, and there is this FOMO that also happens, in which you kind of want to be part of the conversation to certain books, certain prices, that kind of thing. But there are also a lot of things that are organized specifically to read books together, like Buddyreads and book clubs. And I thought I would talk a little bit more about them and my thoughts of them, because I think it's interesting to get other people's perspectives on this, and I would love to hear your opinions on the comments down below. So the first topic I wanted to cover are Buddyreads. I think that Buddyreads were all the hype a few years ago, and I did Buddyread several books with several people, and I did enjoy the experiences. For whoever doesn't know, Buddyread basically means that you talk to a person and you read a book at the same time with a more or less the same pace. So you check in with your buddy reader after 50 pages or 100 pages or however much you agreed on with that person, and you just read together basically. And as I said, I have done buddy reads before and I have enjoyed them, and I think in some cases, especially if the other person has more background in whatever you are reading than you can really benefit with having those check-ins to clarify certain points that afterwards in the book will make your experience better. However, I have stopped mostly doing buddy reads by now, and I think the main problem for me with buddy reads is that I do have to have a certain pace with the book, and that's not the way I read. I like to read one, mostly two books at any one time, and so if I have to pace myself to the pace that someone else is reading, it might be too fast, might be too slow, and I just don't feel like I have control over how much I want to read on a book, and I don't like that experience. So I have mostly stopped doing buddy reads for that reason. But I think if you are one of those people that read like 5-10 books at the same time, then you'll be completely fine with that, because you can always switch to another book that you might have on the go. And that's what it makes the second thing that I wanted to discuss more appealing to me. I like book clubs. Book clubs are a little bit different to buddy reads, because in a book club everyone has a book, you read it, and at the end you discuss it. So you don't have to adapt your pace to whoever else is reading the book at the same time. You can go at your own pace and you just discuss it at the end, and that works for me much better. And I have been part of book clubs before. I was part of the Invisible Cities project and the Booker Boy book club, reading the Booker kind of thing. Those were a little bit too scattered maybe, because the book clubs that happen on those places, first of all, we still discuss things halfway, so it was not like there was a specific date in which everybody came together and discussed a certain book, and then also like there were so many books going on at the same time that was a bit scattered. But I also have an in real life book club, and because of circumstances, I am running the book club together with another person in the book club. There was a third person that used to run it, and then she moved to Sweden, so we decided to take over that book club. So I do also have a little bit of experience organizing the book club as well, and it has been a great experience. I love my book club. Everyone is so nice, and we always have great choices, and we always have great conversations about them. And I like that I just have one book that I have to read before a certain date, and that's it. I read it and then we discuss it. And the way that we organize our book club is 2 months in advance we will put a poll with 4 different books on a certain topic. Like this month we were doing Native American books, and the month after that we might do non-fiction books. It's very random like that, but that's kind of like how we organize. In each topic we pick in each topic we pick 4 books, and then we put them up for voting for a couple of weeks, and then when the book is chosen, it's like that's the book that we are gonna read. And it often happens that I want to read all of the books, and my choice just depends on which ones are in the library and which aren't, which is okay. And then we meet in a pub once a month and we discuss the book that we chose. So it's not that much of an organization thing. It just has to be aware of the timing, so that you put the poll on time and you close the poll on time and all that stuff, to leave people enough time to acquire the book and read the book. And then I try to have some questions or some topics prepared for the conversation in case we get stuck, but mostly we don't need them. The person that was organizing the book club before was a lot more organized in that sense, but I just find it difficult to find specific topics, and we generally discuss the book in more of a general way than in specific details and moments and characters way. But yeah, that's kind of how we do it, and I just love it. And part of me wants to be part of more groups like that, or have more book clubs, because I like the atmosphere, but at the same time I know that my reading is already kind of guided by booktube and by my TBRs. I'm not a mood reader, I'm a very organized reader in that sense, and so not knowing which book I'm gonna read in a month until the end of the previous month is a little bit not so nice for me. So yeah, in that case I wouldn't want to have like 3 or 4 books that I don't know what I'm gonna read. But other than that, I think book clubs are my go-to, and I would love to know what you think about that. I know that some people prefer Buddyreads or like group reading projects and stuff like that. I know that Sarah from Hardcover Cards has this author spotlight series that she does in Boxer, and they are a bunch of people reading the same book at the same time, like a huge buddy read, and that works very well for some people. That doesn't really work for me that well, but yeah, I think it's super interesting how other people try to read in a community and what works for each person. So if you have opinions or comments or anything like that, leave them in the comment below, and I would love to know. And until next video, bye!